Kai's progress was slow, but steady, just like the river itself. Every day after school, they met at the same spot by the water. Nami would sit cross-legged on the smooth stones, eyes half closed, listening to the world's hidden music. Kai would try to imitate her posture, though he usually ended up fidgeting or sighing dramatically.
"You're thinking too loud,"
Nami teased one afternoon, her eyes still closed. Kai groaned, flopping back onto the grass.
"How do you think quietly?"
he asked, genuinely frustrated.
"By not trying so hard,"
she replied without missing a beat.
"That makes no sense at all."
Nami finally opened her eyes and smiled.
"Magic rarely does."
She guided him again, her voice calm and patient.
"Breathe. Listen. Soften your focus."
Kai tried. He really did. He focused on his breathing, tried to hear the whispers of the wind, and let his mind go blank. But the river stayed silent. To him, it was just water flowing over rocks. Then one day, something changed. They were in their usual spot when a group of older kids wandered by. They were laughing loudly, kicking rocks into the water, disrupting the peace. One of them, a boy named Leo who always seemed to find Kai, deliberately shoved his shoulder as they passed.
"Still playing pretend magic?"
The boy sneered, his friends snickering behind him. Kai's cheeks burned with shame and anger. He clenched his fists so tight, his knuckles turned white, but he didn't say anything. He never did. He just stared at the ground, wishing he could disappear. But Nami stood up. She wasn't tall and she wasn't intimidating, but when she spoke, her voice was firm.
"Leave him alone."
It wasn't a shout, but the words carried a strange, ringing clarity that cut through the afternoon air. The boys hesitated. They looked at Nami, then at Kai, then back at Nami. Something in her gaze made them uncomfortable. They muttered a few insults under their breath but backed off, continuing down the river path. Kai stared at her, amazed.
"You didn't have to do that."
"Yes,"
she said, turning back to him, her expression serious and unwavering.
"I did."
As she spoke, the river rippled, a gentle pulse spreading from the bank. Kai felt it, a soft vibration that seemed to travel up from the ground, like the water itself was responding to her courage. It was a feeling he'd never experienced before, a connection that was clear and strong. He closed his eyes. He didn't try to force it. He just listened. He reached out with his feelings, not with his thoughts. He felt the anger from the bullies, the warmth of Nami's friendship, and the sudden, surprising strength he felt from her standing up for him. And then, he reached for the water. A thin ribbon of water lifted from the river's surface. It rose smoothly, without the sputtering and splashing of his previous attempts. It hung in the air, a perfect shimmering arc that caught the afternoon sunlight. Nami gasped, her eyes wide.
"Kai, that was beautiful."
Kai opened his eyes and blinked at the floating stream of water, completely stunned.
"I didn't even try."
He whispered, half to himself.
"That's why it worked."
Nami said gently, her smile returning.
"Magic listens to who you are, not who you're trying to be."
For the very first time, looking at the impossible ribbon of water dancing in the air, Kai believed he might actually belong in this world of quiet spells and hidden melodies. And as the water gently lowered itself back into the current, the river seemed to agree. Thanks so much for joining us for part 2 of this story. If you're enjoying Kai's journey, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss what happens next. See you in the next video.